Hello everyone, welcome to another tutorial. Today we're going to talk about some comparisons and similarities between two things, two pictures, and so on. Of course, in order to do that, we need to know the comparative and the superlative form. But apart from that, we also need some expressions because not all the time we use adjectives in order to make comparisons. We can also use sentences. So in order to do that, we need to know certain expressions. Well, as you can see today, we are transmitting or broadcasting from Canada, from Victoria City in Canada. So when we are speaking and we are comparing two pictures, normally we have to use some expressions in order to express that they are similar or they are different. So in order to start making our comparisons, I would like we to see some of the expressions we can use when doing this. Let's move on to the next page so that we can see. Okay, here is the language bank. You can see the title talking about similarities and differences. Well, the first expression we have over here is both. Both pictures show. Remember, ambos. So of course they must have the same things or almost the same things. For example, if one picture have children and the other picture have children, so we can say both pictures show children or houses. You can say both pictures show houses. Both pictures show animals. Both pictures show cars and so on. So that means that we are talking about similarities. The same with the other expression, like here it says, I can see in both pictures. For example, I can see mountains in both pictures. I can see elephants in both pictures. I can see televisions in both pictures. I can see a ceremony in both pictures. I can see a wedding in both pictures, and so on. Well, what if the pictures are different? When they are different, we have to use other expressions. For example, this one. In the first picture, I can see a mountain, whereas in the second picture, I can see the sea, or something like this. In the first picture, I can see a telephone, whereas in the second picture, I can see a television. That means they are different. They are different. They have different things, so I cannot say both. I have to say in the first, in the second, in the picture A, in the picture B. And so another example can be in the first picture, I can see a horse, whereas in the second picture, I can see a camel. Perhaps in this picture was taken in the countryside and the other picture was taken in the desert. So they have animals, but they are very different. So one is a horse, the other is a camel, and so on. Here is another example. Well, although, remember this expression, although means aunque, and both, we already saw this, both, ambas. So although both pictures show animals, the second picture is bigger, is taller, something like this. So in this case, we are talking about differences. Okay. For example, we can say, although both pictures show telephones, the second picture has more modern ones, or something like this. Another expression to talk about similarity is this one. One thing they've got in common is that they have animals, is that they have houses, is that they are in the city, they were taken in the city, they were taken in the countryside, and so on. Then, let me move this a little bit. Then we have this one. The main difference main, which is más importante, the main difference, the main similarity between the two pictures is, and so one difference or one similarity is that, and then you can continue talking about the difference and the similarities. Okay, so well, let's try to remember these expressions because we're going to make some comparisons with the following pictures. Here we go. But look at the instruction. The instruction says work in pairs to answer the questions about the photographs. One of you will be student A and the other will be student B. Use words and phrases in the language bank to help you. We already saw these expressions, so I hope you remember them. And well, let's see. In the first, we have the picture A and the picture B. We can see the situation. The people in both pictures are eating and having fun and so on. So, what expressions we can use in order to describe this picture? Let me see. Here is once again the language bank. We say that they are similar, and the phrases that can help us to talk about similarities is this one. Both pictures show, I can see in both pictures, and so on. One thing they've got in common is the main similarity. One similarity is that, and so on. So let's see. Oh, in order to describe this, I'm going to use this one. Both pictures show. Now let's choose another one. This one. The main similarity between the two pictures is. Let's remember again. The main similarity between the two pictures is. Now, here we go. We have two pictures. We can say the main similarity between these two pictures is that they are in a restaurant, they are eating food, they are ordering food, and they are having fun. See? Apart from that, the instruction says you have to compare the photographs and why my people choose to eat in these different places. Okay. What's the reason they are eating in different places? Well, I think in the letter A, since they look friendly, perhaps they are friends, they are not celebrating anything, so we can say that that is the main difference. So I'm going to use one of the expressions that we already saw, the one difference or the main difference between the two pictures is, so I can say the main difference between these two pictures is that in the first one, in the first pictures, they are just having fun, they are not celebrating a special occasion, they are just hungry, and maybe they are in a hurry because they are eating fast food, although they don't seem to be in a hurry. But so they are having fun. They are friends and they are not celebrating a special occasion. They are just sharing time, hanging out with friends. Okay. Now in the letter B, as you can see, this we can say that this is one of the differences. So we can say the main difference between these two pictures is that in the letter B, they are celebrating a special occasion. Perhaps it's an anniversary, or perhaps they made a good business or something like that. And well, of course, this restaurant is more expensive. The attention is better. It's more formal. And of course, what are they going to eat or what are they going to order? Of course, the food is more expensive. They are not going to choose a hamburger or a hot dog or fast food in general, they are not going to eat that. They are going to order wine because you can see that in their tables they have wine glasses. So that is one of the main differences. It's more expensive, more formal, the attention is better, but of course they have to pay more money because of that. Okay. And finally, which kind of restaurant would you prefer to eat at? In my case, well, I prefer to eat at cheap restaurants, and apart from the money, is because they give you more food. So you enjoy the food and you pay less money. Whereas in an expensive restaurant, you eat little food and you have to pay more. But what about you? What do you prefer? Which kind of restaurant would you prefer to eat at? Okay. Here we have once again another picture. We have to make comparisons between these two pictures, and of course we need to use the language bank in order to compare these phrases. In order to compare these pictures, not these phrases. Okay, here are the phrases. Although both pictures show the second picture has something different. Although both pictures show the first or second picture something. Okay, here we go. So we can say although both pictures show parties, they are different. Why? Because the first one is a birthday party, and the second one is a wedding. A boda. Now, what's the main difference or the main similarity? Well, the main similarity is that in both cases there are relatives or familiares, relatives and friends, and of course they share this special moment with their families. But well, in the picture C, we can see that it's a wedding. It's not a wedding anniversary or something. It's just a birthday party. There is cake. There are children, and perhaps these children are going to break piñatas or are going to have candy. So that is one of the main difference between the other. And apart from that, what else is there in a birthday party? Do you remember? What do you do in a birthday party? Well, of course, in this case, you don't have to wear formal clothes. You just wear whatever you want, like jeans. You can have tennis shoes, and it's of course it's more friendly, more relaxed, and well, perhaps people enjoy this a little bit more. Well, of course, depends. It depends on the personality of the people. Then we have the letter D. The letter D is a wedding, as you can see. So in here you have to be more elegant, more formal. You can't wear or you shouldn't wear tennis shoes, trainers, sneakers, whatever you call it, or call them. I mean, and you can see the people who are there are older. They have to be more, a lot more formal, much formal, and so on. Well, let's see another expression. Um, one difference, one similarity. The main difference I can see. What can you see in both pictures? I can see in both pictures happy people. I can see in both pictures they are happy. It doesn't matter what they are celebrating, they are happy. And that is one way we can talk about similarities and differences. And what about you? What do you think about these two types of parties and also what these two types of restaurants? I would like to hear about that when we come back to classes. I hope you tell me what you think about it. And of course, try to use these expressions as much as possible so that they become part of your vocabulary. See you